Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good. So today in this video, I'm going to explain about the UseRefs. So first, let's share my screen and go to the code sandbox. Okay. So what is UseRef? So UseRef is basically a hooks uh, that helps you to write some features of Reacts in functional component. So as we learned about the use state and use effects. So here the same is use ref. So why we need to use ref? Why it is important? So as we know, the state and the variable is returned by the use state that is not mutable. It means you cannot uh, change that state directly. Whereas the things returned by useref is a plain JavaScript object. Like here, we can see in the line number 5, we have user state and they are returning two things. Okay. Uh, so what is this? This is a state of your component and this is the updater function. And this counter is not mutable. It means you cannot change directly without this function. But in the case of useref in line number 6, we calling the useref and providing the initial value null. It may be object, array, whatever you want. So, and what is real return? What is returned by useref? The plain JavaScript, which have a single key that is known as current. So the plain JavaScript object returned by useref with key value pair, and that key is current. And the initial value of the key is whatever you pass here. Like I am currently passing the null. So if you do console, then you can do the line number 7. Like then you can find null because initial value is null over here. You can see now uh, here why useref is important. So because like uh, there are maybe some features in your project, like you do not want that that call will happen again, and that call depend on the render of UI. Like if you want to if you do not want to call that function on every rendering of your component, then you should use useref. Like useref, the value stored in the ref object that will not re-render. I think that will not affect or called by the render of the component. Like when we are going to increase the counter, then here the value of ref will not change. Then this will be the same. Like here, what we are doing currently, we are having null here, and may if we want to uh, pass some callback function over here, they will call some the backend and the server. So what do you think? Whenever our counter will will update, then this thing will run. But here, and that will come with costing. We will have very high costing of the project. So we will now we not do not want to call that backend server again. So we will put over here. That's how this is important. And other thing is also like here. Uh, here when we are changing the counter, then whole our component is going to re-render, but the thing you are going to store inside the useref. And if you are going to and I said this is mutable in nature, so if you want to change manually the ref value, then your component will not re-render, and your element, your UI will get updated. So let's see how that thing will work, how that thing like get re-render on the UI without updating the things. So here currently we can see here, like first refresh it, we have the counter applications here, and currently the value is 0. So when initially line number 7 is what is null, they are printing null. And the way we store the thing inside the ref is like here, ref, and in this is the way, this is the standard way ref, and we are passing the h1 element inside the ref object. So now inside the ref dot current we have a h1 element here already in line number 15 we have stored there. So let's try to console the value. So we can see our counter is increased by 1, and now the null line number 7, which is console, is not null, is updated by the h1 element with content counter 1. So now what we are going to do, we are going to check like uh, with the state our component is re-rendered, and what if we want to update the user, then the any console thing is going to happen or not. So we have the h1 element where I have on click, I have calling a function handle color, and here we are trying to change the color of the element itself. So here we have currently 4 h1 printed here, and let's click on this. So we can see here our UI is updated, but there is nothing happening in the component. So that's how UseRef is very important to, if you want to store some information and you want to use update on the UI, and you and the same time you do not want to re-render the component. So at that point of view, UseRef is important. And also like if you want to call the function and particular situation, not the every rendering of the component, then you can also call those function within ref, and you pass that function with the initial value like null. So that's all in this video. Thank you.